Welcome back to another video here on the channel. I hope everyone is well. The Algeria squad for the AFCON 2021 qualifiers has finally been announced. Why do we always leave it so late? I do not know, but Jamel Belmadi has released 23 names, and let's look at the squad. Let's look at who's involved, who's not involved, what are some of the big talking points. So let's get straight into it. You can see the squad to my side here. What are your first thoughts on this squad, guys? Let's start with the goalkeepers because it's always nice and easy. Rice and Bulhi, Alexander Ukija and Azzedine Douha. Always those three, the three AFCON winning goalkeepers, and since Belmadi has been manager, those have been the three goalkeepers really we've seen called up. All over 30, but the age isn't too important in the goalkeeping position. But nonetheless, can't really argue with that. We expect Rice and Bulhi to be the goalkeeper for these matches against Zambia and Botswana, so no complaints with the goalkeeping positions, and we just hope everyone can stay fit, and we fully expect Rice and Bulhi to be in goal for both of the games. And you can't really say any goalkeeper that's Algerian has missed out, because we really are struggling in that goalkeeping department. We've got two keepers that play in Saudi Arabia. We have got Ukija who's playing for Metz in Ligue 1, just kept a clean sheet away to Lille as well, so interesting to see. Maybe after Mbulhi retires, is Ukija going to be straight into number one? Right into the defence, and it gets a little bit more interesting here. The first new name we have to mention is Maxime Spanu Rahul, who I did a video about. You can check that video out if you haven't seen it already. But basically, I explained that Maxime Spanu Rahul had declared to play for Algeria with the Algerian mother and the Italian father. Check out the video if you want to see more details about him. But yes, got it absolutely spot on. Was made aware that he was going to be playing for Algeria very soon. Central defender, he's going to be involved in this squad, and hopefully we could even see him make his debut for the Algerian national team. All the paperwork did manage to get done on time, so Maxime Spanu Rahul is involved with these games, and it's going to be great to see him make his debut. Playing in the French second division, just like Mani Taharat was when he made his debut. Just because they're in that French second division doesn't mean they're bad players. We've seen so many Algerian superstars emerge. I mean, even Riyad Mahrez was playing in the French second division once upon a time. So let's see what Maxime Spanu Rahul can do. But apart from him in the centre-back position, it's the usual suspects. You've got Jamel Ben Lamri in there, Issa Mandi in there, and also you've got Mani Taharat, who's now in the Saudi second division. So with Halish retiring, is what we expected. Maxime Spanu Rahul coming in and replacing the retired Halish, and also a little bit younger as well, building for the future, looking ahead to that Qatar 2022 World Cup. Now in the fullback area, left back, Rami Bensebaini is fit. Also scored in his latest game for Borussia, so he's probably going to be the left back as well. And Abdellaoui is going to be the backup left back. Mohamed Fares is injured. Yasser Laroussi still hasn't played a game for Liverpool. Fawzi Ghulam has a slight knock as well, but I think even if Ghulam was fully fit, would we have seen him? There's something not right. There's something not right behind the scenes about Ghulam. Yes, he might be injured right now, but nonetheless, Bensebaini was the AFCON winning left back, so it'd be harsh to drop him, so he's going to probably be the main guy with Abdellaoui as the backup. And the right back, you've got Youssef Attal, probably one of the best right backs in the world right now, and I'm not just saying that, even his dribbling ability is unbelievable. Can't complain about Youssef Attal. Mehdi Fan hasn't got a club, which is crazy, so we've gone for Rida Halamia. This guy's in the Belgian second division, but again, he's young. Belmadi looking to build for the future, trying some players out, and that's the thing about these games. If these players don't work out, we can drop them. It's okay, we don't have to have them forever. So let's see what Rida Halamia can do. I'll be very surprised if he can play, considering Attal is going to hold that position down for a long, long time. But those are the defensive picks, and you can't really have too many complaints. You can't really say too many players are missing. I knew Maxime Spanu was going to come in. We knew Ghulam had problems off the field, and Fares has got that long-term injury, and Halish has retired. So not too many complaints about the Algeria defence. Right then, let's look at our central midfielders, and a big controversial name, Haris Belkabla, who got swapped for Delors in the AFCON squad. Looks like those problems have been put behind us now. Belkabla, welcome back. Just played against PSG, so he's playing Liga as well at a very good level. Central midfielder. Badawi, huge problems on and off the field. Can't get a game for Nice, falling out with Belmadi. Belkabla playing week in, week out Liga football. Brilliant choice there by Belmadi. Bringing him back in, showing the door is always open to play for your country, not just because of one mistake. So a lot of time and respect for that. Doubt Belkabla will play. Considering the midfield options we have, we've still got Feghouli, we've still got Banassa, and we've still got Goudiora, the AFCON winning trio, so expect them three to start. And we've also got Mehdi Abid in the centre midfield position as well. Ben Taleb is back in training, but it's going to be a long while before we see him back in the Algeria shot, I think, if ever. Tired their days are over. Still no Riyad Boudebouz either. He's not been that amazing in Liga since returning to Saint Etienne. So again, can't really have too many complaints with the Algeria squad. Maybe some people wanted Ralph Benguit from Esperance, but again, hasn't got the quality, I think, if we're going to be competing at Africa's top level again. So good central midfield options, and I'm happy Goalkeeper has been let back in, and we've got the 4 centre mids that were the AFCON winning centre mids as well. Now our 4 wingers, our 2 right wingers, our 2 left wingers. First of all, I'll tell you who isn't here. No Saïd Benrahma, he's got a hamstring injury, and there's no Yassine Brahimi. So that's 2 key players that Algeria are missing in attacking positions. I mean, Brahimi was the captain against Congo, so he's gone from being the captain to not even being in the squad. And Brahimi as well is doing very well in Qatar. He hasn't got an injury as far as we are concerned, so that's a bit of an interesting one. Don't know what you guys think about no Yassine Brahimi from captain to not even being in the squad. Let me know down below. But Saïd Benrahma does have a hamstring injury, and Adam Mounès has just come back from injury as well. Played a game against Bordeaux, but he's not been selected either. So our left wing options are a little bit limited at the moment. We've got Youssef Belaili, the Wahran King. Of course, he was always going to be selected, and even he is having problems at his club Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia. Lots of arguments about when he's playing, when he's coming off, when he's getting substituted. But we know how good Belaili is. We don't have to worry about that too much. So Belaili is involved, and we've also got Adam Zorgan, the son of the Zorgan who used to play for Algeria as well. Very young player. Zorgan has been involved a lot in the youth team squads, the likes of the under-21s and Chan games and all sorts. So Zorgan from Paradou making the step up to the Algerian national team. Again, I'll be very surprised if he does actually play. But Zorgan is showing that Belmadi is once again thinking about the future, looking ahead to 2022. Maybe that's why Brahimi's not involved, because he's a little bit older. Is it time to look at some new names? But let's see what Zorgan can do. He could be an amazing prospect. It could be a total flop. We don't know. That's why it's important to try players out in these matches. And of course, we've got Mr. Riyad Mahrez, the king. He's going to be captain, of course, assuming he plays both games. So looking at the wing options, not too many choices, guys. Mahrez, Belaili, Zorgan. That's it. And we could count Feghouli as maybe a wing option, because he played on the right wing towards the end against Colombia. Maybe we'll actually see Feghouli play as a winger for once. But I'm intrigued as to the lack of wingers, and that's made up by the fact that we have 4 strikers: Baghdad Bounedjah, Andy Delors, Islam Slimani, and the return of Hilal Soudani. Now, we know all about Soudani, a legend. We know about the Brazil World Cup. He's been around a long while. He's back in the goals with Olympiacos, a big club in Europe, playing very well and deservedly called up by Belmadi. Belmadi giving opportunities to players who deserve it. Soudani hasn't played for Algeria for a couple of years, I think, so it's great to see him back. Look at the striking options there. Slimani, Soudani, like the old days. You've got the new guy, Delors, doing very well in Liga. And you've got the king, Baghdad Bounedjah, who scored in the AFCON final. So 4 strikers. We've seen Delors play out wide before. He can do a job out wide. Soudani can also do a job out wide. So I think Soudani might count as a left winger technically in this squad as well. But I'm happy to see him back. Bounedjah not doing as well in Qatar, and that's because he's set himself such high standards. Even though he's the top scorer, he's not getting the 50, 60 goals in a calendar year we saw him get before. Struggling a little bit. Al Sadd just lost very heavily. So who's going to play up front? Is he going to go with Slimani, or is he going to stick with the AFCON winning 11? And I think he will do that, because he can still play the AFCON winning 11 that he's got in his squad, because he's got all the players from it and he trusts them very much. But nice to have Soudani in and around the squad. Belfodil off the boil, not playing. Benzia not playing. So these are the good attacking options we have. A lot of strikers, but expect maybe Soudani, Delors, or even Feghouli to drift out wide in those areas. And good young talent in there. Maxime Spanarahu, Halamia, Zorgan. There's young options in there, guys, and he's building for the future. But Kubla in there as well is fairly young compared to the likes of Gudura and Feghouli. So an interesting squad. We host Zambia, and then we travel all the way down to Botswana. 14th of November and 19th of November for those games. Should be interesting. Should be 2 solid wins. Algeria unbeaten since losing to Benin in the last AFCON qualifying. This is where the defence of their AFCON title officially starts, qualifying for the next tournament. Happy with the squad. I haven't got any complaints. I think Halamia, Belgian second division, is questionable, but Belmadi has to try some new guys. I would have rather had Yasser Laroussi in there instead, maybe even Ait Nouri from Angers. And of course the Houssam Aouar conundrum goes on. He's still with the French under-21s. He'll go into 2020 still being eligible to play for Algeria. Guys, what do you think of this squad? Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of it? Anyone you're excited to see? Are you excited to see Zorgan or Soudani back, or what Maxime Spanarahu can do at the back? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.